Okay, this is my 2006 Yamaha Morphous, and I'm going to do a quick video today on changing the windscreen. Now, it originally comes with this sport windscreen. This is the stock screen. It's more like a cafe. It looks more like a sport bike, almost like cafe racer. I actually bought the blue Yamaha emblem, which is sort of like an acrylic raised emblem. It's that bright blue, matches my pinstripe, so it just gives it a nice sporty, it's a nice little touch. Anyway, I purchased this extended windscreen, and also I got another stick-on Yamaha acrylic emblem. It looks really sport, really makes a nice touch. I bought this aftermarket raised windscreen, and you can't really tell, but it is the smoked option. It's not dark at all, but it's got a light smoke to it. But it's real simple to take off. So you have just the 4 Allen key heads. They originally came with plastic Phillips head screens, but because I change this off every season, the plastic strips. So what I did is I went to the hardware store and I bought black metal Allen key Allen head top screws and rubber grommet washers. And you have to be gentle, because obviously I would say the threading inside is probably plastic, but I'm not really sure. But be very gentle when you remove these screws and when you tighten them. They don't need to be tightened down, torqued down. I just tighten them to the point where I know they're, where I feel that it's tight. I make sure that the windscreen is set, and that's it, because you don't want to strip anything, especially seeing I'm going from the plastic to the metal. This is probably the only plastic that Yamaha put on this bike, really. I mean, of course, from the body panels, but in general, this is a really well-made bike. So let's switch this over, take a look at it one last time before we put the original windscreen on. Okay, so as I said, Allen key. This is a 3mm screw head. Again, very gentle. Again, and just a protective grommet. Do all 4, and we'll put the stock windscreen on. Okay, so we're getting down to it here. Gotta be very careful. Make sure you don't lose your screws. Take your time, be very careful. Okay, now when I bought this, it was completely clear. You can see a little smoke. I don't know if it even shows up, but it doesn't have the doesn't have that built-in tint on the bottom, which kind of really gives it a sporty thing. So what I did is I just Rube Goldberged it. I just cut a piece of plastic to give it that touch. Okay, so all right, we're off. Just give it a quick wipe down. Now looking in here, these are metal. They're brass. The threading in, so that's good. I'm not worried about the screws going from plastic screws to this, but they are metal, but still they're metric, very fine thread. So just be real careful when you tighten them, when you put them in and tighten them. Hand screw them in first as much as you can. Make sure they're seated right so you don't strip them. Okay, so we put one in, make sure it's seated, line them up, make sure it's seated. I put one on the bottom on this side and one on the top here. Again, they seat pretty easy. Put the two in. Get your other two. Okay. As you can see, it seats pretty easy. It's not difficult to do. The main thing is don't over tighten the bolts. Make sure you feel them screw in. Take your time. It's almost like changing a car tire in a way. So now remember, make sure you get a either like a rubber. I got like a polyester washer to go between the bolt and the face of the windscreen. So this isn't the best Allen set. Now I know why I got them cheap too for $9.99, because they're really difficult to use. They're handy because you get a lot of sizes, but they're very difficult to use in some applications because you have this big monster here. So anyway, just where I feel where it's tight, that's it. I stop, because if I go any further, you're gonna crack this, or worse. I don't know what's worse than cracking it, but you know what I mean. Okay, this side's going to pop up a little. So I did the top, I'm going to do the bottom on this side. Just make sure you line up, try to make the head of the bolt even with the washer. Center it as best you can. And just there. Just feel it grabbing. And then once we're done, we're gonna just go back and just tighten them up a little more, because they're gonna move a little bit. So, okay, so we did this. You can argue, do you need to go back and forth? You can make that argument, you don't have to. I do it. Okay. And we got the last one here. Actually, the first time when I first changed this off, it was a little more difficult. Like maybe I was more nervous because I never did it, but This is my this will be my 3rd season doing this. You can actually hear it a little bit. I'm going to line that washer up as best I can. Okay, so again, just going to go back a quarter, half a turn. Plenty tight, perfect. You can almost hear it. It's not going to fly off on you. Just make sure it's, you know, and that's it. Real simple to do. And as you can see, set this back a little. It makes a whole, gives the bike a whole different look. Here's my Corvette, matching black with blue pinstripe. That's my 87 Corvette. If you want to look back in some of my videos, this is my Holiest of Coliest channel. But occasionally I like to do some other things. But as you can see, it gives it a whole different look. I like it much better with this windscreen. Very cool bike. A lot of fun to ride. It's like riding this is like a pat of butter sliding down a warm plate. It just is so smooth. These are really a lot of fun. Anyway, I hope this video helps out. If you guys have a 2006 to 2008 Yamaha Morphous and you want to change off your windscreen, this is how you do it. I got the windscreen at Giroc.com. Giroc.com. I'll post the I'll put the website on the channel here, as you can see, and they come in different sizes, different heights, and options. A good company. I got it pretty quickly as well. Okay, hope this helps out. Thanks for watching.